Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How is everybody doing tonight? On the stand, we have a badass Buggy. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Thank you for joining in. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hello Corey, how you doing my friend? Big Boys Toys is in the house, what's up? How you doing bro? There's my baby doll. How you doing my love? I feel like it's hard to see with all this stuff in the background. There we go, that's better. Wonder Bread, what's up? How you doing, bro? Appreciate you coming back, hanging out with us. In case you guys are wondering, this is the same car that had the green and purple Joker body. This is the older body that actually came with it. And then we've got the Alpha Dragon 4 in there. This engine has a brand new piston and sleeve. So Sunday when we were out at the track, we did, I think I did 4 static tanks sitting on the box. Just maintaining a 2 to 220 degree temperature. Before we went out there, I did 4, what do you call it? Of course, I can't think of it now. When you heat it up, let it cool down. I'm drawing a blank here. Shit. Anyways, you guys know what I'm saying. What the hell is the word I'm looking for? Yep, anyways. So it's almost ready for the track. We still need to put it on the ground and probably run 3 or 4 more tanks through it. Heat cycles, that's what it was, heat cycles. Yeah, anyways, drawing a blank. Long day, long week. Wonder Bread says thanks. Hey man, we thank you for coming hanging out. No ramp. The track has plenty of ramps. Let me get the old computer brought up to speed. JWRC, what's up? After 5 days of racing at Silver State, wow. Hybrid, what's up, brother? Hell yeah. So yeah, JW, you were up there racing with some of the guys that are down at this track that I'm going to. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them that were up there. I don't really know people's names yet, but I know a bunch of them went up there, so hell yeah. I wish I could have went up there. I just didn't really have the means yet. So, yep, I saw them. What did they all have on TNC gear? The nitro compound gear? I bet they had their own little setup, didn't they? Yes, sir, Hybrid. Not a problem. JW, that's freaking awesome, bro. Man, that's cool as shit. Yeah, I wish I could have gone. But anyways, I'm going to make it up there, I promise. That's cool as shit that they were up there. Like I said, I don't know any names, but I know there's like 4 or 5 of them that went. One of them was the owner of the place. And then I don't know if one of them's a relative or what, but it seemed like there was like 3 local guys that like were from that actual residents, and then probably a few other people. But that's cool as shit. Yeah, they're really nice people out there. Even after I shut the video off the other day, there was people coming up talking to me, asking questions, offering me water, stuff like that. So there was the Idaho crew and us Vegas guys, and the rest of the guys were all pros. Nice. Hell yeah. That's cool as shit. Man, wish I could have went. But yeah, a bunch of great people. Yeah, and speaking of the going to the track, Nitro Pimp, what's up, brother? It's so hard to figure out the track and film, and the video doesn't turn out very good. So I'm probably gonna stop doing lives on Sundays when I'm out there running. Maybe when I get a little better, we'll do some shorter videos or something. But I don't know. There's so many lives going on Sundays. Viewership, isn't real great. So, I'll give you guys like progress reports and shit. When I go up there and visit JW, we'll do a live from up there, which was super cool. I bet it was. What's up, Bob? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you joining in. Hell yeah, thanks everybody for coming. Hit that like button. So Hybrid, I promised to show you something the other day. Here, I think this lens has got some shit on it. There, that looks a little cleaner. Hybrid, the other day I told you I'd show you a couple of, damn it. My computer wants me to do like a sign-in code. Hold on a second. Alright, maybe it'll leave me alone now. Man, there's so much high-tech security on the work computer. It's not even funny. Anyways, like I was saying, I told you I would show you a couple things to make that a little bit easier, taking that diff out. So let me move this out of the way for a minute. Here's another beast that's almost ready for action. This is the one that the pink and yellow camouflage body came on. So, seems like the engine's got good compression. Everything seems to be working good on it. But, alright, so. And I was saying on there you didn't have to pull the pins. And yeah, pulling the pins probably made it a little bit easier. I was basically just saying that you don't necessarily have to. So, go ahead and get these screws out. Got these long-winded guys here. Come on, get in there. So hey, JW, who were the big winners up there over that big race? All right. Then you get your little tiny pliers or needle nose. Pull out these little clips. And then, of course, pop these guys out. And I was also trying to tell you, like, whenever you get it back together, wrap 2 zip ties around this portion here. I don't know if you can see that. Around these braces, and it'll keep them from spinning out, and it keeps the pins from coming out. Okay, so once you got that moved, take out the screws that are below the little orange whatever that bar is. And it had been a while. I was thinking this was like a 2-piece deal, but it's not. It's all 1 piece. So yeah, you got to take out these long screws. So once you got those screws out, need to get this here to where you can see. Hold on a second, give me a second here. All right, up. Trying to get a down view on this, show you a little bit better. Thank you, Wonder Bread. So you can leave these on, you can leave the pins in. Of course, you know, you get a little bit more room when you take it all out. But all you gotta do is pull that up after you pull out those screws. And you can just push up on the axles. You're gonna make me look like a liar, aren't you? But of course, you know, if you take out the pins, it is, probably say it is a little bit easier. But I mean, either way, the thing that gets hung up is the gear. So if you get it to come out straight, I mean, granted, it might be easier if you take these out, but that's not what's in the way. It's just the tightness here. But I don't have any reason to take it all the way out, but you can see it will eventually, if you get it lined up right, pop up out of there. So that's all I wanted to show you. Just, you know, you don't have to take out so many screws. You can do it however you want. You know, certain ways are easier than others. So, but anyways, then get back in there. Yeah, one thing I wish that the HPI would have done with this was made capture points here. But then if you get the sway bar kit, it comes with a deal that screws over this and keeps it from coming out. But, and the way you were doing it wasn't wrong at all. Just, you know, different ways of doing it. But I just figured I'd help you out with that. So like if you got to do like a quick change or you want to pull it out and service it, whatever, and you don't want to take it all apart, you know, really it's just, shit, I put that back in there without the bar. These two screws, the bottom screws, pull the shit out. Good to go. This thing needs a little bit of cleaning. It does have a bunch of sand in it. But yeah, if you forget that bar, then you gotta take it all back apart, of course. And I don't know if you noticed me, I kept saying lay it down flat. So to get it in, you slide it in flat. And then roll it up into position. Ow, I got like a metal splinter. What? Yeah, I mean, some people find these trucks easy to work on, and some people find them hard to work on. Come on, there you go. Just had to get it on straight. Man, I gotta get this damn splinter out. Of course, I just cut my fingernails, so I got nothing to grab it with. I got it. So, yeah, I mean, after you do it a few times, easy peasy. And really, with them doing this, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the easiest differentials out of any RC to get to that I've worked on. That's just my personal experience. There may be something out there that's a little bit easier. And like the buggies and truggies, they're fairly easy to get to, but at the same time, you got to take a lot of shit apart to actually get them open. Some of the newer sets kind of have a quick access like this does. Damn, all my tools are still in the toolbox. Yeah, just a quick little in and out. You know, I found the more stuff that you take apart, the more things are flopping around. Sometimes it's easier to get to things, but at the same time, sometimes it makes it harder to deal with it just because there's so many moving pieces. But it was cool watching you work on it. You don't see too many people outside of this channel working on Savages like that. Not on lives anyways. All right, back to buggy time. Quick and easy. Sometimes these clips are a pain in the butt to get back in there. But not today. Anyways, there it is. Get back to the real eye candy. All right, who else jumped in here? It's been a minute since I looked at the chat. Wow, a lot of messages. Mission Fuller took all 4 of the pro classes, and our guy won the 5th scale races as well. And I don't know who all the intermediate and sportsman guys are. Sounds like you had a great week though, brother. I didn't know it was a 5-day event. Hello, Grandma. How you doing? Bob's almost set up in the new place. Hell yeah. If you watch the race back on Live RC, you'll see me a few times pitting for my guys. Hell yeah. That is freaking awesome. Hugh, what's up? Damn, I tried to scroll a little bit and it shut down. Just going through the chat real quick, trying to make sure I get everybody. I thought I seen Hugh. Maybe it was just Grandma. There's Hugh, what's up? He says, hut that like button. How's it going, brother? Richard B's in the house, what's up? How you doing, bro? Damn, Grandma lost her membership. Aw, wish I could gift you one. Dude, it's like 90 degrees down here in Phoenix. I'm taking this apart just like that. Oh yeah, it's been great since the repair. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, exactly. Damn splinters. Hashtag of dynamite. We'll get it apart real quick. Yeah, but then it's like playing 500-piece pickup. No boom boom. Mark Nugent, what's up, brother? I get started on mine, but I keep getting distracted. What are you, savage? Boom boom here, cops quick to bang bang. Yeah, we're not supposed to be. What's up? 1 hour from minutes. Leave it there. What are you talking about, fireworks? I don't know if you guys see my videos from last year, but we could do pretty much any fireworks we want. I got a pretty big show planned for the 4th. No, I didn't realize that Grandma had re-hit the subscription when I said that. I just noticed that on your upper comments that you weren't in there anymore. Rinks, what's up, brother? How's it going? Thank you, Grandma. Appreciate you coming back. Anybody else interested in becoming a member? That would be awesome. Off the guy, what's up? Travis, what's up, brother? You like my TEKNO? I know you're a big Buggy guy. Yeah, I seen that, Hugh. I just saw it. That's awesome. Appreciate you. She didn't know it popped. Yeah, mine just sets up automatically. I guess they just want to take my money without asking, but that's fine. That way I don't have to remember. Yeah, Savage, awesome Wonder Bread. Got anything special to it? Just a regular Savage? Which one is it? Grizzly, what's up, brother? Got a lot of bad storms rolling through. Mama says there's storms rolling through Kansas City as well. There's my Savage kiss you to say one. And all tracks is not except for slash. And a few buggies. Hell yeah. That's awesome, brother. You said pay it. I guess I should change the view back. Get you back down here to the good view. Different sound in there. Yeah, it's just a big echo. I got no carpet. I got nothing to absorb the sound except for RCs, so yeah, it's probably a little bit echoey. Come up there and crank that LS. Apparently. Oh, that's funny shit. Alright, so like I don't have any work to really do on this one, not until I run it on the track and find out where the weak points are. I don't remember what diff oil I have in it, so we're just gonna roll with it. Like I said, I need to get it on the ground and run a few tanks through it before we put it on the track. I think right now, literally sitting at 4 heat cycles and then 4 static tank. Just idling through the tank with a little bit of throttle just to keep the temperature up where we want it. Get my Dynamite 19 for my second T-Max and breaking in soon. Hell yeah. Coming cream. The garage and I'm going out to pick and pull Wednesday. The truck I got the ECU off of the strip fuse box. Not paying this time. Freaking eBay. Yeah, I mostly have good luck with eBay, but I buy so much shit off of eBay. You know, I could have a couple of bad purchases and still have, you know, still be a good percentage. But yeah, so we got the Dragon 4 with the Dragon, I think it's a 2159 on the pipe. We're running a ProTech LiPo, of course the Futaba receiver, the electronic switch, digital switch, whatever you want to call it. Then we're running the DS3235 high voltage waterproof servos. These little bad boys here, J Concept Falcons. The smaller the pin on that track, the better traction that you get, and then of course you got to run the super soft. So we got the old green dot super soft. should have pretty good luck with these. Yeah, so Sunday I was running the I think they're the City Block, aka City Blocks, and they were soft. I had pretty good traction on it and literally blew 3 of them off the rim. Just came unglued. So they have like a stack of tires there that they let people use. Like whenever guys are done running them, they just leave them set there, and then you can use them if you need them. Wasn't getting very good traction with those either. But like I got maybe a couple laps in after the video, and then I lost one of these lower shock retainer clips off the Mugen. Of course, I didn't have any others, but once I got home, I pulled one off the Truggy. So I need to order some more of them. I got them in my cart. Yeah, other than that, this thing's pretty much ready to go. Just needs a couple more good break-in tanks. Run it lightly on the track for a few tanks, or maybe throughout the gallon, the rest of the gallon that I have, and then we'll start ripping it. Let's see here. Gas and fire is all you need. Oh, thank you, Travis. That is a badass buggy, bro. I love the TEKNO, and that's the 48.3. So it's like 3 or 4 generations back, but man, it's still a damn good buggy. Not depending it or anything. I'm looking power can crank it. EPI mode. Yeah. Travis says, believe it or not, I have that same engine that comes as a combo from Lutz site in my car as we speak. Never knew you owned it. Yeah, I used to have twin Dragons, and I don't remember. I think the other one went to OG. But this one here, when I bought it, the guy said, it's got great compression, and it had good compression, but I took it apart, and the connecting rod where it connected to that lower pin on the crank, the brass bushing was broken out of it, pieces all over the place. So it's a good thing. That's another reason I take them apart, especially used. Make sure that there's nothing like that going on. So, and I messaged the guy, and it's like, this kind of BS the way your description is on that. He never answered me back, so I gave him a bad review. If he wouldn't have known and then just answered me back and was like, oh, my bad, at least acknowledge me, I wouldn't have gave him the bad review. But him not acknowledging me makes me feel like he knew. He didn't care. I mean, he didn't lie. He said it had good compression, but I mean, there's no way it would have ran. Rocky Mountain, what's up? Old Traxxas and their money grabs lately. Mass off, shit is all over my feed. Anyways, what's up, folks? Damn Traxxas. I'm feeding the nitro buggies right now, hell yeah. Oh, feeling. I was thinking you were saying feeding as you're putting fuel in there. No, that's cool, Travis. I haven't run this one other than working on breaking it in now, but when I ran that other one, man, these are good engines. So, kind of excited to get this one out there and get it on the track. Basically, like I said, this thing's ready to go. Just gotta finish breaking it in, and this body's a tight fit. Had to put some industrial adhesive glue on this. Had some pieces that were trying to break off of it, but hell yeah. I don't know if these body clips are even big enough. They seem like they're kind of small and gonna pop off of there, but RCX, what's up? And this is less about what engine he recommended that one. Oh yeah, he's good. He's a really good dude. I messaged him about when I bought the that purple Alpha engine. One of the deals on it, they advertised it coming with different the clutch bell, and I think it was something like when you ordered it, you got I don't know if it was a free clutch bell or some kind of discount on the clutch bell. I don't remember, but he didn't have them anymore for the TEKNO, and like I've shown you guys before, the gears stick out a little further, the bell's a little deeper. So I didn't get a clutch bell with it. I should have just told him to send me one of the other ones, but at the time all I had was the TEKNO. 309 for the engine pipe together as a comment. That's not bad at all. John D, what's up? How you doing, bro? What is going on? Yeah, I love the way this thing looks like when you get down even with it. Such a slick looking buggy. I like the looks of these and the way that these go to, just like the way they're set up better than the newer 2.0 series or 2-point series, whatever you want to call it. John D's playing the guitar. But yeah, so they say with the heat, they're going with thicker shock oil. Thought about getting some 45. I'm running 35 or 37 in these. I don't remember. I don't remember which ones I put in this car, but I'm thinking about putting this in the Mugen because that thing kept chassis slapping. But I started getting the hang of that track. I can't run as well as the guys that are there, but I was able to actually start getting around on it. It was getting fun, and then all of a sudden I lost that damn spring retainer. I don't know what the hell you call that. Down here at the bottom. He was putting everybody's channels up. Love the TEKNO stock body. Yeah, I do too. Thank you, brother. I don't know who painted this. This came with the original one that I got. It was actually a 4.4 that this came with. But yes, I do think they look really cool. And I actually have a clear one that I need to paint. I here have used plastic welding tools. What? Ever used plastic welding tools? Didn't know they existed, brother. Nova Rossi in the Hoffman buggy. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd like to get me a Nova Rossi sometime in the near future. Yeah, that sounds like thunder, but somebody's got an exhaust. Jay, you do better when you have competition on the track. You suck more by. Hey, thanks, man. No, I mean, and you're right. When I'm just out there just messing around by myself, putting around, yeah, I feel it. Don't get around the track very well. But when I'm running with some competition, trying to follow people around, I do better. I do also do a lot better when I have marshals out there. I'm not as worried about having to walk down there and get it. So, but yeah, thank you for the vote of confidence, Offering Guy. All aspects, what's up, brother? Hell yeah. All right, 21 people with 12 likes. Got a bunch of old people in here with short-term memory. Don't forget that like button, people. Let's go. You're looking 100% better, brother. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Oh, you meant on the track? Yeah, I noticed a pretty good difference from the first time to this last time. I felt like I was getting better, but I just wish the videos would come out clearer. I noticed that there was some internet issues, it seems, but it's so shaky when I watch it play back, and you guys have told me it's not real shaky when you're watching it live. but all the playbacks with them are real shaky. It drives me nuts. But yeah, I'm gonna, at least for a little while, I'm gonna just go and not worry about filming and just drive and really try to get good at that track, because I mean that's a badass track. I like it. I'm having fun, and I feel that the better, the better that I run, the more fun I'll have, and then it'll just be that much better. But Raw's in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? Often the guys in here picking on me. Confidence level has went way up. Oh yeah. Yeah, when I get going on it, it's like when I first get out there, it's a little shaky, and it's like no matter what you want to do and think you're gonna do, I'm just gonna mimic holding the controller. This and this are like real shaky. I know that probably looks stupid on camera, but I've noticed that I'd be like, no, I'm trying to hit the throttle and turn, and it just, yeah. But no, I feel that I'm getting better with it. I'm gonna have to get you a GoPro for the old noggin. I know, man. The more money I spend on that stuff, the less money I have for nitros, and with this move and everything, and just changing of the job site, I don't really have the cash flow at the moment. But if anybody has one they want to donate, that would be freaking awesome. But for right now, I just don't have it. Hell yeah, Ross says good, buddy. It's awesome. I knew when that other guy hit the track, you would do better because you had something to chase. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, when there's a lot of them out there, I let all of them go way up ahead of me, and then I was just kind of out there running, like trying to catch them and shit, and trying to keep them from catching me. And it pushes me. And then also at the same time, like there was, you get a couple of people that are out there willing to marshal. It's so much easier to blast around that track and not worry about it. But man, as soon as you don't have marshals, it's like, oh, get kind of timid, because you don't want to have to take the walk of shame 400 times like I did. Nah, not me. Off to me. Not again. Often guy, you're crazy. Track is crazy sweet, man. Thank you, Raw. When you coming down to hang out with me? We can go run that track together, brother. Anybody that wants to make the trip down here, I got a spot over on the floor. I'll shift the RCs over. We'll get you an air mattress. Unless you want to pay for a room, whatever, I don't care. And then we'll go have some fun. Drive way harder if there was marshals. Oh, I know. I noticed it even at the other track. It's like when I'm not worried about the walk, I will drive it harder. What generation of TEKNO is it? This is the 48.3. I'm going to have to take turns marshaling. And I don't know, it's like I thought about going out there and marshaling for those people just because, and I'll probably do that next time I go out there when I'm not filming. You thinking about it? All right, Raw. I'm here for you, brother. Go out there and marshal for them, just kind of repay the favor. But they all really seem to know each other. Like, I think that crew is out there all the time together. They all know each other's names. They were all over in one spot hanging out together. They had like 4 or 5 of those little circus tents. They were barbecuing, all kinds of shit, man. But yeah, they all really good people. They were offering me drinks and, asking how I was doing and this and that. And really good people. If you go roll, I'll meet you. Hell yeah. Bring it on, brothers. Run with your brung. But no, that'd be freaking awesome. All right, so we will set this one aside. We got a little bit of maintenance to do on the Mugen. That's a dirty bitch. Man, just looking at it all dirty like that, it's like, wow, that was fun. So, out of all the flips and all the hard landings, that's like the worst of it. Got me a new, that's a pretty big dinger. Good thing I got another one. Lotus, what's up? Barbecue sounds good. Yes, it does. And we will barbecue too. Yes. All aspects. How far are you from Phoenix? I mean, I'm literally, so there's an Adam Drake track there somewhere in California. It's about 4.5 hours from me. I found it today, and they were telling me about it when I was at the Nitro compound. Damn, what was the name of it? I'd have to look it up again to tell you exactly what the name is. Man, my body's all cracking right there. That's no good. But anyways, I was thinking about at some point making a trip up to that track. We might have to meet somewhere, man. Yeah, we're gonna end up seeing you at the Silver State next year in Vegas. Sportsman class. Oh shit. It would be fun. Often I think you missed a few keys. Who's double? I know you're referring to double A, but damn, you're 10 hours? Holy shit. I didn't think you was that far away, man. How far are you from Glamis, California? It's called the Drake Raceway. Ooh, hell yeah. We gotta go. I need to go get out the hot glue gun. You know, I thought about it, but at the same time, this stuff here works pretty good. Like the front of the body here was all busted up before I went. And man, I don't know how much of it I got on camera and how much of it was after I turned the camera off, but like this thing was flopping around that track like a madman. So I put a good dab of glue here, and it held up. It held up here, and it's even cracked back. So like all that held up where I glued that. I didn't do that one. I'm trying to see if there was any other spot. Yeah, you can see where I put the glue. Yeah, this industrial adhesive stuff seems to work pretty decent. This thing's nasty. I guess I need to clean it. That air filter used to be blue. That looks like a chocolate turd. Let me get a little closer on. That's nasty. That's after 2 hours of running. You know, this R5R is a beast, man. It was used when I got it. I don't know how many gallons they put on it, but I've put at least 5 gallons on this since I've gotten it. And I mean, it's a beast. Every time I take this thing to the track, I get 2 to 3 hours straight run time with it. And it just goes and goes and goes. So anybody ever tells you R5R is not a good engine, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I mean, I don't either, but I've run it. Yeah, the hot glue works pretty good, but man, this stuff right here works out pretty good. Industrial grade adhesive. formerly called Thunder Alley. Hell yeah. RPM, what's up? Look at you putting out the emojis. Just built that. Oh, he just built that track. It's a new facility that he purchased. Hell yeah. See there was some lady there that she was one of the people. She offered me some water. Said that they all hang out all the time, and she said something about the Facebook, like the TNC Facebook page, and they talk about when they go out there, and sometimes they go out as a group. And I was like, oh hell yeah, but I couldn't find the actual YouTube page. Put some of this on here. They're never gonna come apart. This is just a basher body. We'll try and get it to last as long as possible. That's a thick coating of dirt. Yeah, that air filter is disgusting. Yeah, I think it was like 3 of these tires literally just blew the tire off of the rim. I was like, why is it sliding all over the track? And I noticed this one here, as I was driving along, I could see it kind of like, doing that little bounce, almost like a death wobble, so to speak. And I was like, what is going on? And then, yeah, I noticed it basically was blowing the tire off. 3 of them, 75% destroyed the tires. Yeah, these tires were, I'd gotten these in one of my deals that I bought off eBay. It looked brand new, like they had barely been run. I mean, you can tell I wore down the pins quite a bit. If I rotate them, I could probably get a few more runs, or at least a couple runs out of them. But these things were real grippy on that track. I was impressed. These were better than the ones that they had sitting there that I had to steal to try to finish the day. And like I said, I found out that I'd lost one of those shock ends. Just the spring retainer. Like nothing broke. Just lost this one right here. But the ones off the Truggy fit. They're the same part number. Found some on eBay, so I'm gonna order some more. Because if that's the only thing that goes wrong with it, then I just have to keep replacing those every once in a while. That's not a bad deal. You guys have seen all the adventures that I've gone to the track. 90% of it's been with this buggy and this engine. And man, I was mad when I noticed that. I was like, damn. But yeah, there was a couple times I hit that white pipe that they got around the track, and this thing would just bounce up in the air. It was like spinning around on its top, bouncing off of that pipe, then onto the track. It was doing all kinds of crazy shit. I thought for sure I was going to break something, but no. Might have loosened something up, but I mean, nothing broke. I think my chassis supports start coming loose. But I didn't lose any screws. No screws are like trying to fall out or nothing. It was a good day. You're 6 hours from LA. So you're further up north, aren't you? Oh, I didn't think you were that far north. We're gonna have to find something that's 5 hours between us, and we'll have to meet, brother. Used to fire up a nitro in the new apartment. I hope you're talking about Bob, because I ain't doing it. That's the way a nitro vehicle should look. Oh yeah. That's nasty. No, that track's a blast. I wish the outdoor tracks were everywhere. I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, outdoor tracks are pretty damn fun. That indoor track was a blast as well. It was always dark and hard to see, and it get real smoky in there and all that jazz. But yeah, this outdoor track is a blast. You can tell it's seen the track. Oh yeah. I kept nose diving, and you could see like big old poofs of dirt coming up, but like the bumper didn't come loose. I didn't break off my little plastic piece here. No broken shocks. Man, Mugen is tough as nails. No bent axles, nor drive shafts. Man, I love Mugen. If I could find another one at a decent deal, I wouldn't mind having like a MBX7, or even like a newer, 8R or something. You run the snot out of that one. Hugh, you and your spelling. You run the snit out of that one, lop. She's a runner for sure, brother. In the form that it is right now, it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I love the look of a dirty buggy. Looks like it had fun. Except that's nasty. Needs to breathe. I'd had trouble with burning up bearings, but bearings are still good. Like I could feel all the, like where the pins used to be, and now it's just like, it's like little tips of rubber from just rubbing it down. I mean, these were almost like brand new when I started yesterday. Because like I said, I'd gotten them in one of the deals, and I just never ran them on anything. They were much taller than this, but it's like the more these get wore down, and you don't want them bald, but the closer it is to bald to where it doesn't have the, they call that pin roll, the better traction it seems to have. But yeah, I'm thinking that I should use this here 55. Because it sounds like when it gets, the warmer it gets, the thicker oil that you want in the shocks. And it kept chassis slapping. So I think that's what I'm going to put in it. I don't remember. I think I had 35 weight, and I ran out of that and bought this 37.5. But this is what I've got in the Mugen, and it doesn't seem to be thick enough. Or this is the Mugen. That's what I'm running. But yeah, we're gonna swap it out to that 55. I'll get started on that here in a minute. She's a screamer. Yes, she is. Hey, Wire, what's up? Big Boys Toys is back. Oh, she's screaming. Damn it, Hugh. You stream cleaning it? I wasn't really planning on cleaning it. I just need to change out the shock coil. Um, I wasn't planning on cleaning it. I wish I had an air compression I could just blow it off. But, and I mean, the engine, it doesn't have, it's got some, but it doesn't have too much. I guess I could take it over the trash can and hit it with a brush and just knock some of it off. But is that what you want to see, brother? You want to see some string clean? Glue it and screw it. Yeah, I did some gluing on the body. When you gonna run that Savage after the LS starts up? He may never run it at this point. I'm just messing with you, bro. Put so much into that engine that's been on the burner. Yeah, I can't wait to see that engine fire up, bro. You've gotten everything but double A's. Those tires look tired. Yeah, but it's like fresh tires on that track I've been running on don't grip very well, so. Need to stop and runner. I haven't been running anything because of the ACC hat next door, the ass hat next door. Lets his pit run and he chases the cars. I don't want to step out of character, so I need to find a place. Hey man, you hit him a couple times with it, he'll quit chasing it, I promise. You may have scratches but no dents. Well, you gotta go put a dent in it, bro. I mean, if that's all you want is to be scratch bros, then I guess that's good enough. But if you want to be dent bros, you gotta go dent it up. But no, I've seen it hit the track pretty hard a couple times, so I had a feeling something like this was gonna take place. But I didn't notice any air leaks. Sometimes when you land on that head, you end up with a crack in the block. I've done it, and then you get an air leak. Thinking about taking it out to Never Done's place and run it up back where he had the trees cut down. That'd be awesome. Need to buy sunglasses if I do. If you do what? Maybe wear long. Yeah, I had to get me a long sleeve shirt. I just looked like a clown out there. I had one of those big old sun hats on. It was one of the straw hats, but keeps the sun off of me. That is why I'm getting a full race kit, not an RTR. An RTR would have exploded on that track. Yes, sir. And that's what I always tell people. I don't remember if it was Wonder Bread or somebody asked recently between a kit and some RTR version, and you know it's like when you get a kit, they're built to handle those rough tracks. So that's even if I buy it used and rebuild it like what I have done with these. I mean, hell, I paid $320 for this through my own electronics, my own engine in it, and I mean. Every time I've gone to the track with it, you guys have been with me and you've seen the punishment I've put it through. And the only thing I broke was that other wing and then lost the shock cap and cracked the body. Other than that, no damage. But hell, when I hit those white pipes, that thing, it hit and bounced up. One of them, it bounced off of it like a diving board. Scared the shit out of me. You need a primal MT for that pit bull. Fire it up. I did. You missed it. I fired it up on Sunday. Just weld the helmet on. Right, 90 feet of welds over the other night. That's a lot of welding. Oh, that was a message from a long time ago. Thank you, Wonder Bread. Appreciate it. Just wait for my Orion Wash 21 on-road engine drive. That's coming today. Hell yeah. Yep. They are Pico based. Working up a good sweat off now. What RTR? But true. Yeah, there are some good RTRs. But I mean, I, I don't know. I don't think there's any RTR that's as good as the kits. Maybe like the Hobeo. Some of those Hobeo, I don't know what all the different versions are. Hobeos are really good. I mean, even that Losi RTR that I run, that little yellow buggy, it's tough as nails. I didn't care for the way it handled on the track. It definitely does not drive like this. Right now, this is my go-to track buggy. But I am going to get the TEKNO out there and get her dirty. I have spare parts for it. Hugh says, I love a tough buggy. I'm going to tell you right now, Travis, he might have already seen it and I haven't saw it, but he's going to suggest a OFNA of some sort. Oh, he said the Losi 8T buggy. Wow. Yeah, those Losi RTRs are really good vehicles, but if you do break something, or if you buy them used and have to get parts for it, it can be hard, so you got to be careful with that. Still have a set of the old school dog bones for the OG Savage. What's the old school dog bones? Are they different? I thought they were all just about the same. I know there's different part numbers, but I didn't think there was a lot of difference between them. Dude, you can't go wrong with a brand new TEKNO. Those 2.2s, a lot of the guys, there was like 2 or 3 of them out at the track, maybe 4. And I think there was some even that were electric. There was quite a few TEKNOs out there, but I think I had the only Mugen. But multiple TEKNOs, a couple of Serpents. There was electric Losi. Shit, I didn't catch what all the rest of them were, but it seemed like a lot of them were TEKNO. Type in the chat with the newborn Greg. Oh, hell yeah. Back busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking competition. Bob said those tires were badass. Are you talking about these on that track? Yeah, these things were nice and grippy. I don't even know if you can get the AKA. What are these? Oh, these are I-beams. I thought they were city blocks, but these are I-beams. I'm gonna have to see if I can find some more I-beams somewhere. Super soft. But I can't wait to try out those Falcons. I got a feeling they're going to be pretty decent just because they're soft and then the short pins on them. Hell yeah, he's going to run the new TEKNO with the Dragon 4. That's badass, Travis. TEKNO buggy myself, but I don't know what model never. Oh, OFNA guy told me he just wanted to sell me a TEKNO buggy. Damn, bro, that's freaking awesome, man. You're going to give me a good deal on it, too? Man, you need an air compressor. Damn it, I just need one of everything, don't I? Simple green. Buy you some of those canned air. Yeah, that would help, too. Hell yeah. Blow it off. Didn't do much. That's what she said. No, that's what he said. Beat the brakes off of that pig? I did. Dang, well, let me put it in one sentence. Gator Saw, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you need any help at all, just holler at me. Yeah, don't be selling in my buggy, bro. Lotus is good at scratching. Pretty penny, but it will be my only purchase as far as buggies. I'll keep it for years to come. You can beat the shit out of that thing and not have to worry about it. Hugh's the new spammer. Who needs the belt? He hasn't started that savage yet. Get him. What? The Buggy is mean. Hell yeah. Now I'll show you what it's supposed to look like with the good body. There we go. I just don't want to destroy it. That's my fave. She pretty. And that's orange. In the camera, to me, it looks yellow. I hope it doesn't look yellow to you guys, but it's orange. Yeah, you can kind of see the difference. That light makes it look yellow. She beats me on a regular. I'm always bad. We could tell. On purpose. Often and Hobeo the same. Yes, Hong Nor, often Hobeo. Yeah. She's gonna need a brick in her purse to knock some sense into you. So somebody explained it to me years ago. Like Afna was the brand, and then I think Hong Nor was the distributor in America or something like that. And then Hong Nor ended up buying them out. And then I think like in America it's Hobeo, and then in Asia or somewhere it's Hong Nor. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was explained to me. To hit it probably wouldn't work. Yes, sir, Lotus. That Savage is mean, brother. You know, if you want to keep it from wheeling so much, you could try like an 18 or a 19 bell, and then a 47. You can even go drop down to like a 44 or a 45 on that spur. That would help. Just give you more top end on it. It's the original, and it changed to the name as time went on, but Hobeo just got a thinner chassis for weight. We need to get JP to run that O'Donnell's. Right? My buddy has my old Often Ultra still. Get it back from him, Raw. Raw needs a Buggy. Yes, sir, Wonderbread. There's a lot of knowledge in this, mostly in the chat. Not so much in the, in the channel host, but a lot of, a lot of great knowledge in here. Vintage don't break. You don't need parts. I mean, that's true, but I would be afraid to run it on the track to find out anyways. I mean, those tracks will beat the shit out of a car. No parts didn't really break, they wore out. Now it's made to break. Yes, some of them. I used to really like doing this. Had an RC 10-2. Everyone started buying faster shit, so it killed the compound. We all just stopped. Yeah, I don't do them for like the high speed stuff. I like the track stuff. I think the tracks are fun. I mean, I do like speed, of course, but man, you start doing those speed runs and getting up there, it's so easy to just disintegrate them. And it costs a lot of money to build them up for that speed. Change some gearing, but it is a beast as it is now. Yes, sir. Looking into a new one. Just not 100% which one. I would go with the MBX8R. Or the TEKNO 2.2. But I mean, you can't go wrong with a Team Associated as well. I mean, Losi's, I like to say, they're damn good. Can't find new Afna stuff anymore. I can get anything for them. Afna guys got the hookup. Yeah, they're all good. It's all about personal preference. And then, of course, some of them are just freaking tanks, but then I got caught up on all the comments. Oh, I'll be right back. Had to get me a cup to drain the shocks into. I wouldn't let an off buddy stay broke down, let's put it that way. Often a guy can get you anything you want. I can never remember which way these things are supposed to go. There's like little bitty, teeny tiny, you guys can't see it. Teeny tiny screws right there that you gotta take out to get this pin out. It's like a teeny tiny, long little grub screw. If I remember correctly, I think that pin just pulls out. So this screw here locks it in. See that? Yeah, focus. Maybe. Might have to turn it, I don't remember. But really there's, yeah, that's what I thought. It's been a while since I messed with these. I've never seen any other shock screw holder, whatever, like that. Come on, focus. There we go. Who's the young dude flourishing with him? Here we go, tear down and cleaning. Travis likes the good stuff. TEKNO Mugen just says, built to last, can't speak on the rest of them. I've never seen them in person and running. You know, and I've had a few different of the brands, but these are the only two that I've ran on a track. And I mean, the abuse that I've put them through, you know, like I said, a lot of it comes down to preference. A lot of them are like really good. You know, it's just what do you prefer? But yes, well built they are. That thing nasty. I feel like I should take it over to the sink. Yeah, I just took it to the trash can and knocked all the crust off of it. Get this a little bit better. There we go. Good as new. Oh, it sucks, Gator. I just read your comment there. Sorry to hear that. Some RC planes. Just today that were bad and probably upset. I don't know what the hell Hugh's trying to say. Oh, there he puts Rex in there. Rex adds to the okay. She planes, but gets born by yourself. You know, I never could get into planes just because I can't stare up in the sky. It hurts my eyes. Even with sunglasses on, I don't like staring up at the sky. Yeah, everything gets boring by yourself. That's why I like going to the track. Cars are like the circle track, no jumps, all the same car. And that was fun. You know, that's like oval tracks would be fun as well, but I like the challenge of all the turns, the jumps, the dips, all the craziness that goes on in those big tracks. Woogie, what's up? So this one here is actually the Mugen. I ran it Sunday at the track down here in Maricopa, Arizona. Nice huge track, but the thumbnail is the TEKNO. We already kind of looked at it and discussed it, but I didn't get to run it because it hadn't broke in yet. But that's nasty. That's supposed to be blue. But yes, this is a beast, and she looks like she had fun, for sure. She's a dirty one. Go put it in the shower. No, I'm not taking all that out and put it in the shower. It's gonna get just as dirty when I go back Sunday, so it's gonna stay like this. You'll remember. Damn it. Hate that when I try to scroll a little bit, it goes forever. Oh, where we at? Platform, other ones that I've had. What's that, the TEKNO or the? This one here is actually Mugen. But I like both of them. To me, TEKNO, Mugen, I could be happy with either one of them. Remember flipping a bicycle over to start gas RC cars? No, I never did that. It was 2012, so long ago. Talking about flipping the bicycle over or your buddy? I wasn't trying to laugh if that's about your buddy, sorry. Rich Dixon likes the Reds, R5R, that's what I'm going to put big block Jado. I already got my clutch and bell. Dude, this thing is a beast, man. I mean, I can run this engine for 2 and 3 straight hours. Just never ends. Power for days. That right there is one of the best engines that I've ever run. Even I like that over the Rex 28.8 Legend. I know that's a badass engine, but I had all kinds of issues with mine. I have not had any issues with this engine, and it just runs. That Rex never wanted to stay started for whatever reason. This thing is a freaking beast. And the best part about it is you could put a 521, I think it's what they call it, a 521 Sport, piston and sleeve in there. So here at some point, I would like to get one of those and then swap out the bearings and just keep that platform going. But I also have a brand new one of these that's never seen fuel, doesn't even have spring marks on it, never had an exhaust hooked up to it, only been taken out of the box and looked at. So when this one completely dies, I have a backup for it. On his modified. I'd love to get it modified. Probably what I'll do is try and get that 521 piston and sleeve modified for this. And I don't really want to modify the other one. You can't get them anymore. Knowing me, I'd get it all messed up or something if I did that. Take any platform win after they get used to it. Top preference, same engine. It's more the driver at the end of the day. Yes, true. Now, to me, the only difference between buggies is, some of your cheaper ones, they just don't last on the track. And if you're a shitty driver like me, you need a good, strong platform like this that's not going to break with the 100 rollovers and bouncing and flipping and cartwheeling that this thing does. So, really, to me, that's the only thing that, that would determine which buggy you're going to use. Is it tough enough to take the abuse? Other than that, yes, they're pretty much mostly the same. SLC, what's up? How you doing, bro? Sorry it took so long to say hi. I think I'm behind here. I don't know why I always get the one of the TEKNO mixed up. I should know better with those front upper A-arms. Yeah, I get you. But I did have the thumbnail as the TEKNO, so you're probably also going by that. This screw here keeps coming loose. The same one. It's not stripped. It just keeps backing itself out. This one's a little loose too. But after the punishment and abuse that I put it through, kind of understandable. Because, I beat the shit out of this thing on Sunday for sure. There we go. JP's in the house. What's up? All right, Hugh, have yourself a good night, brother. Damn it. Tried to scroll a little bit and it went crazy. That's good, Gator. Because yeah, when you were saying that 2012, I thought you were talking about the bicycle starting the nitros, and I'm like, we didn't have to do that. And then I realized you were probably talking about your buddy. So I'm glad you didn't take offense. But yeah, I didn't mean anything by it. Should push the JDO down the track. Fine. Oh, it's gonna push the shit out of that JDO. Hope you got steel gears in it. What Buggy kit nitro combo would you recommend for a first build? Huh. TEKNO or Mugen? I mean, if you're not worried about a budget, you know, they're all about the same building. Just by looks of them, you know, maybe a couple different parts, but you know, they're all chassis, front end, rear end. You got to build all that shit separate, attach it. You got the electronics tray, drop an engine in, fuel tank. You know what I mean? They're all about the same. So then it becomes preference of the buggy. Just for me, you know, if you guys are asking me, Mugen TEKNO. TEKNO's pretty popular right now. You know, they're a beast. Regardless of being your first one, you know, like I said, the building of it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be any harder. They all got really good directions. Now the difference, so Mugen runs pillow balls, TEKNO runs C-hubs. The guys at the track that I'm going at, I think they said that pillow balls seem to work better there, but then everybody's running TEKNOs, or maybe he was saying C-hub was king there. I don't remember. I just walked by him and heard him. It's in, you probably hear it in the video. It's just, everybody has a different preference. But yeah, that's the main difference between these is the pillow ball or a C-hub. People that like C-hubs, it's just like Ford Chevy. People that like C-hubs swear by a C-hub. People that like pillow balls swear by the pillow ball. To me, I'm not a serious racer. I have fun with all of them. So I'm not very good at answering that question. I've had several Reddit R5R editions. Nice. Yeah, like it. If they were still available, like I did see one pop up used. They wanted like 2 something for it, and I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what kind of compression it has, but I mean you used to be able to get these for like $275 new. So why would I pay? I think they wanted 2 or $225 plus shipping. I'm like, no, you're stupid. I have no idea what kind of shape it's even in, but you know, if these were still like available, I would buy a couple of these and just have on hand. Damn allergies. But those 521 Sports, they say, are just as good. JP's in the house. What's up, brother? 521 Sport red sleeve will work too. Yep. Yes, sir. So yeah, my plan with this is to, you know, I'll probably even maybe try to get this one pinched, get some more life out of it. But I do want to put the 521 in here. And then, like I said, I have a whole nother one brand new, just waiting. I just don't want to, I don't want to dig into it yet. Oh, appreciate you, Gator. Have a good night, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you much. Hope you're subscribed, like the video. Hope I did you well. But thank you for the kind words. You're probably already gone, and I'm talking to nobody. But I do have the hot racing steel gears. Nice. You're gonna need them with that. That's for damn sure. Thank you, Grandma. MIP CVDs. Nice. Later, Gator. That's the one time it actually works. Hell yeah, Gator seems like a really nice guy. I see. I need to just buy buggies that is new and up to date. Yes. I mean, even like getting 1 or 2 platforms back, you can still get shit for them. But yeah, I would love to be able to just buy a brand new, a brand new kit. One of these days. I just can't right now. But yes. Nah. Yeah, I hear you on that mayhem. And as old as it is, it's probably hard to get some of the small parts that you need to make it go functional, but put up. JP says, I like them all. Yep. The dirt buggy might be triggering the allergies. Time to wash it. Dude, this has been going on for a while. It seemed like not last year, maybe it was not this past January, but the year before, so like a year and a half ago, I got a really bad sinus infection, and it seems like I've had allergies ever since. So it's not the dirt. I was hoping to come down here to Arizona, leaving the Midwest and get away from all that pollen and it get better, which it seems to be a little bit better, but I'm still dealing with it. Maybe it's just not all out of my system. I don't know. But Mr. John and Wifey, God bless you. Yep, thank you. Have a good night. Grandma, in my opinion, TEKNO is a much better balanced platform buggy. And trucking, I have only run the TLR, the Mugen, and the TEKNO, and the associated buggies. Yeah, I love them both. It's been a while since I ran the TEKNO on the track, but as far as I'm concerned, man, the Mugen, just as good. They're both tanks. They both handle well. I think a lot of it's just preference. But yeah, I really do like the TEKNO platform. The old ones, the new ones. I like the old setup better with the electronics tray. I like how it's all one piece. Now it's like individual things, and it's kind of more of a pain in the ass to work on. And this here's kind of the same way. Like, you could take the servo tray out. It's separate from this. It's separate from this. But it's still easy enough to work on. That 2.0 that I had, it was a pain in the butt. Like this, it was all separate. And I don't know, it was just weird. I didn't like it. I don't like on the newer ones, I don't like the engine mounts, because it also bolts to the gas tank, and it's like 6 bolts to get the engine out if you're taking out the engine mount. Hopefully that the weather is nice enough to run the O'Donnells. Hell yeah, Jay. We want to see that for sure. TLR when they changed from the 4.0 to the 8XT for the 18T. They tried to emulate the center of gravity by moving the engine forward a bit like the TEKNO. Yeah, I mean, Lotus is damn good too. It's just once they discontinue them, they're hard to get parts for. I can still get parts for these, like this and the TEKNOs that I have. Seems like I can always find parts. They may be starting to get scarce, but it's like they don't go completely obsolete. It's a pain. I have your 2.0. I didn't want to say anything, bro. You wanted that buggy. But no, it's a good buggy. It's just a little bit more of a pain on the electronics tray than the older. So that green one, much easier to work on, right? Had been in the game for, you guys talking about RB Mod. Yeah, sad what happened to that guy. Rest in peace, brother. I liked watching his videos. The green one was dope. Yes, sir. Yeah, that green one, that thing's a beast. That's got a Reds engine in it too. Didn't I send that with R5R? Because I think I had 3 of them. 2 runners and then 1 brand new. to the shock. Almost forgot we was working on this. One thing I like about these Mugen shocks, though, with all the punishment I've put them through, they haven't leaked. Seems like everything else that I deal with is leaked. That's nasty. Yeah, one of the guys I work with, started talking RCs with them, and I don't think he has anything yet, but he's been watching stuff for a while. And so I started talking about going to the track, and he said all weekend he was watching RC racing on YouTube, but he's ready to get one and come hang out. So I might actually have a local buddy to come hang out with. Yeah. Yes, it has R5R. That's what I thought. Trust me, I didn't want to give that engine up, but I didn't mind hooking up my buddy. Luckily, I had two more. But yeah, if that engine ever shits out, or the piston and sleeve go bad in it, just drop the R5R in it. Or the 521, I'm sorry. Take it easy, Hugh. Take it easy, Wonder Bread. Appreciate you. Texas Aggies in the house. What's up? All three have great products. Each one was a little different. All three know their shit. Rest in peace. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by, Texas Aggie. Welcome to the show. Wish I had a wrench for this. I'm gonna have to get a 5.5 nut driver instead of using that T handle. Couple engines done by Power Secrets, aka PS Mods. Huh. PS is also good. He did a few 3.3s for me. Yeah, I'm looking to get something modified. I don't know what yet. So it's either gonna be RB mods or that's the first time I've heard of PS. But with you guys recommending them, can't go wrong. This one here wasn't near as dirty. RCX, what's up? You guys heard of EB mods? Down on tunes, engines, freight. I have not. I have 2 hot modern Novas. They're old but fresh. Your radio gear showed up, hell yeah, for the hot bodies. Hey JP, on your live you said that was running the ProTech. Is that still that Euro LS5? I saw that when you were doing your live yesterday. And if it's that same engine, I think that's a Nova, not a ProTech. See, I was listening while I was driving. I wasn't BSing you. Yes, sir. Yeah, the Euro LS5. That's actually a Nova engine. It says Nova on the block. I don't know what all ProTech had to do with it. I don't know who built what parts, but you're right, it is ProTech, but at the same time, it is Nova. That's this engine right here. Nova. Can't see mine as well, but ProTech LS5. I gotta get bearings for it. The reviews I saw, everybody says it's a pretty good engine. It says ProTech LS5 and says Nova on the block. Right. LS5 is a Nova P5. Yep. Yes, sir. Same engine. Yeah, this one's still got a lot of pinch left in it. I just got to get some bearings. Alright, new one still sealed. Ooh, hey, if you ever want to sell it, let me know, brother. I would be interested. But I totally expect you to tell me to kiss off. I wouldn't sell it either, but if you want to, I'm here for you. I like good engines. Oh, I bet it does run amazing. I can't wait to get bearings in mine. Send it to me. I'll put bearings in it for you. I probably won't get it back. You put bearings in it just to keep it and run it. I just got to get the bearings for it. Got STS coming from Joe. Hell yeah. If I do you the first I would call. I was talking to Texas. I didn't figure JP would sell it for sure. Yes, welcome to the show, Texas Aggie. Appreciate you coming in, brother. If you ever decide you want to sell that thing, you let me know. Can't wait to see how that arrow runs in the O'Donnell. Yeah, no shit, man. Yes, Texas, the Euro. Could tell by that comment he doesn't want to sell it. And I don't blame him. Exactly. When does the speed run begin? Come on, get in there. What the hell is your problem? There we go. Thinking soon. Trade what? We'll figure out the rules this week, says JP. Often, what do you want to trade, bro? What you got? I've traded a lot of good stuff away. I don't know that I really have anything else to trade. Come on, get in there. I really don't want to flip it over. There's no way to. I'm alive and I will announce it. Buggy will win anyways. With all the modified engines. I do want to see how fast that my buggy goes, but I ain't expecting to hit any record-breaking speed, that's for sure. Yeah, these are the shocks that came with this buggy, and I haven't done anything other than clean them up and refill them a couple times. And this is one of the very few cars that the shocks have not leaked. TEKNO, I don't think they've leaked on me either, but it seems like everything else, the shocks have leaked. I want to make it fair to everyone. Hey, if you want to make it fair to everyone, run what you brung. No rules. That or do 2 different races. Whoever has the, whoever has the highest speed value labeled on the box can win the box stock. That's how some people like to do it. And then whoever wins the whatever you got. Texas wants to know what buggy we got here. This is the Mugen MBX8. The thumbnail to this video was the TEKNO 48.3. So if you saw the thumbnail, this isn't the one with the yellow body. This one has this goofy ass body that I painted. It's all dirty and torqued from the track. Yeah, this is why I want the straight up nut driver. Someone needs to do a Chuggy Run 2 easy rules on what you brung. I need to get some shit for my Chuggy. Yeah, Chuggy speed run would be fun as well. Only Mugen I own is the MBX 4R. Well, that's an old one. I actually seen one of those for sale on eBay for like $175. Good looking buggy. I don't really like going back that far just because I know I'm going to break something. I'll make sure I can get parts. But good buggy nonetheless. Yeah, very old, exactly. No, nice. What year did those come out? I don't know much about the history of them. So maybe like 7 parts fitted. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wish I could afford a like a brand new 8R kit. That would be awesome. About 2,000, give or take. Damn, 25 years sitting on that. Nice. 9.5 box says 50 plus with factory Pico. Just don't see it with the gear that comes with. Could be wrong. Well, hey, 50 on the box means, you know, if nobody's box says higher than that, you got that win. Just in case you guys didn't know, that is just a joke. Some people out there think because the box says they got the fastest, they should win the competition. Stop buying savages and parts for the savage. You get. Well, I know, but I still have to save. As expensive as they are, I'd have to save up for a couple of months, and not buying parts for a couple of months when you have a hobby habit. You know, it's kind of tough. Man, on my Savage guy hit me up the other day, the one I've been getting a lot of my stuff from, and he was offering something, and I'm like, sorry, bro, I'm working on buggies right now. So there's a couple little Savage things that I'd like to get, but for the most part, pretty much have enough to rebuild like 4 or 5 of them on top of all the runners. So not worried about the Savages at the moment. But that's some funny shit there, Travis. Local hobby shop. They have several MBX5 with modified engines and radio gear. Nice. How much are they? Savage guy equals crack dealer. Yes. It was hard to tell him no. He actually kind of laughed at me. But no, he always offers like extra shit with it. And it's like, I don't really need anything right now. I need buggies. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of buggies and rebuilding them, or even like a new kit, whatever the case is. But I'm not worried about Savages at the moment. I got enough Savages. No one is more impatient than I am. If I've waited for 6 months to purchase, I bet you can. Ah, shit. That means no fuel for the track. No repairing buggies as I break them at the track. Now, one of these days I'll get some money saved up for a kit. But, I mean, hell, right now I got 2 of the best buggies out there, in my opinion. This MBX8, and then my TEKNO 48.3. None are over 400. That's not bad at all. I don't know that I'd really want. Like if I were to get the MBX5, it wouldn't be to take it to the track. It'd be more of just a shelf queen at this point. What are you talking about, Jay? Which one does who want or what? I have a bad addiction or an effed up. I buy engines before the platforms. He got a bunch of engines and no platforms to run them in. Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot like often a guy where I really like engines, but at the same time, like, I love the platforms. Hell, I'd cry for you. Just thinking MBX 8R sitting on your front doorstep waiting on you. I wish it was. I'd go out there and grab it right now. Hell, I'd cry for you. Dude, man, that'd be freaking awesome. What offers do you have? Often guy has all the greats. Love the old Often RCs. Have a few myself. Same thing for self-force savages, brand new platform and engine. Well, I gotta find buyers for them first. What buggy you want? What buggy do I want? Oh man, there's a lot of buggies I want. But no, like I would love to have the MBX 8R, any TEKNO platform, X-Ray. Yeah, I really like them all. But if I were to go brand new, it'd be pretty much be the 8R, MBX 8R. I wouldn't mind trying out the new TEKNO 2.2. That'd be a badass platform as well. Have an MBX 8R with only one scratch on the chassis. Are you freaking kidding me? What do you want for it? Oh, JP don't get rid of buggies. Unless he has doubles anyways. Man, that'd be awesome. Got an 8R sitting with one scratch on the chassis. One of these days. Has the Orion in it. Oh, nice. Platforms 2. I'll just do back ass off of those. Low seat TEKNO. 50 engines on a shelf, but I still do it in the wrong order. And he never runs any of them. Boom, there it is. Maybe we will talk. Oh, you are the shit, bro. I'd probably have to come up with 2 buggies for that one. Now, the fact that you're even willing to talk about it, that's awesome. How much would you want for one of your running Savages? I will start your platform purchase project. Huh. I mean, I don't even know what to sell any of those for. I mean, if it's to retain my money that I put into it, I mean, like minimum 300. If it's to do it for a friend, probably 200. You know what I mean? And it depends on which one. I mean, there's a couple of them that I wouldn't necessarily want to sell anyways. But man, if you're interested in one, they're all at home, so I'd have to be over like the week of the 4th of July, so I could actually show you what I have and we could talk about it while I'm at home. But yeah, be willing to wheel and deal something. We'll go to a good home. Oh yes, sir. It may get abused at the track, but it would definitely be a good home. Hell yeah. I don't feel like bashing the shit out of them at the track is necessarily abuse, though. It's what they're built for. Slamming it into brick walls or revving the engine to freaking, as high as it'll go and just burning it up, that would be abuse. And there are some other people that do that. Not me. Yeah, and I think JW on here, he runs electric, but he's got the 8R Eco platform. He really seems to enjoy it. Hopefully putting the sticker shock weight in here will keep it from chassis slapping. Maybe I can get better at driving too. That'll help. Yep. There it is, 4 freshly filled shocks. That's what they're built for, to race. Exactly, brother. Travis says, check. And we'll look at it this way, Travis. If you want one that's really fancy, looks really good, got all the good shit in it, the better eye candy it is, and the newer the engine in it, the more it's going to cost. You know what I mean? I got a couple of them that are set up pretty nice that would cost more than some of the other ones. So it just depends on what you're wanting and what you want to spend on it. Because some of them, look really good, put some time and money into it, and then some of them are just kind of basic and runners. The basic runners would be a hell of a lot cheaper for sure. And I would do you right because you're a friend. I wouldn't just try to like rip you off or anything. But some of that shit, like those engines, some of them engines I paid over $200 for, just the engine alone. So it just depends on what you want. But I'm definitely willing to work with you on something. Let's see. I do run them, just not on camera. Off the guy. Fired him up at the shop, ain't running them. No, I'm just messing with you, bro. He does run them some. Unless you're kicked with the thicker oil. Yeah, that too. That'll help out because I was doing some spinning out, but a lot of that spinning out I was doing towards the end. was also because of this. So once I get the tires re-glued, yeah, next weekend's gonna be fun. I may do some short videos and put out, but I'm not gonna do a live on Sunday for sure. Let's see. Do cameras. It's hard with the cameras for sure, and you guys very rarely see me. And I yelled at my buddy for putting me on camera. I didn't really yell at him, but I don't really like being on camera. I like recording the stuff for you guys and hanging out and doing the lives and shit, but don't put me on there. Let's see what this buggy and engine is going to set me back for a little talk. Besides you already doing me a body from a purchase. Oh yeah, yep. You ship it to me, I'll paint it up for sure. So you just let me know, man. You know they're sitting there on the shelf. So I got a couple of short videos. Well, actually, after I put up the third set, I don't think I put that up. Excuse me, but yeah, I got some. You know what? I got a video I'll send you. Let's see, nice. I have a new one. That's 1950. Nice, Hyper 7 and 8. Ooh, nice. Yeah, those Hypers. So the Hyper is also a part of all the AFNA and Hobeo and Hongnor, right? Pretty much all the same. Or like the Hyper is just one of their versions, one of their kits, or not kit, but one of their models is what I'm trying to say. Don't tell nobody. Oh, I missed that one, Travis. It says right, understand, appreciate that. Yep, I'm glad you can. I'm glad you can appreciate that because, yeah, I mean, some of them, you get a little more money and time into, and then some are just basic runners. So it's all about what you want to do, bro. There's a couple that I don't really want to let go of, but there's a couple that would definitely be up for negotiation. So, and I know you were interested in getting into a Savage, so I really don't mind helping you out at all. Hobeo USA. Yep. Hobeo still has the Hypers. Okay, cool. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I haven't done much research on them. I have almost all the Hypers and AFNA model buggies now. Damn, Jay. That's why we call it a hobbit. A hobby habit. Sometimes I think I have a problem, and then I just think about Jay's shelves. Hobeo is now where I live. You mean they have like a distributor there? Or are you saying now where you live as in that's mostly what you mess with is the Hobeo? Hobeo is now where I live. I think he means that's what, like the distributor down there, huh? What do you mean is a Savage for real? Absolutely awesome, brother. I want me on road to the main distributor here in San Antonio. Oh, that's badass. Dude, I would love to be close to one of those, warehouses, distributors, whatever, of a good brand like that, just to go in and look at everything. I love going in the hobby stores and looking at all that shit, but actually like at a distributor where you could just see hundreds and hundreds of them, that would be freaking awesome. Hello, my name is Jay, and I have been one day clean without buying a Nitro. Welcome to Nitro's Anonymous. Yeah, we all have a problem here. Savage buggy collector. I think I get what you're saying. JP is a Savage for real. It was a statement, not a question. Never mind. I get it. I'm catching on. I'm a little slow, but I'm catching on. 20 a.m. He will make a purchase. Yes, he will. And drive 6 hours to go get it. I mean, I put some drive time in to pick up an RC before, but I think Jay's got the record. Yes, for sure. Oh, shit. I think tomorrow night we're going to look into, I'm going to see if I got some shims, anything that'll fit this. I think I need to stack another shim in here, put some 30% in it, see what happens. Because, man, I've done 30% a couple times in a couple different engines, and I always get that early detonation. I've had two of them with the holes in them, you know, the whatever you call it, like somebody hit it with like a punch on top of the piston and the button head. So 12 hours is the longest. Holy shit. And I'll say it again. He is a savage. Yes, sir. I'm gonna make some videos this year, man. Really? I just can't spend the money on camera equipment. I want to buy more engines, like you said. I mean, I just use my phone, and that's why my lives at the track suck so bad, because I don't have a freaking GoPro or anything. But one of these days, JP has gas problems all the way around. Jay, did you let one rip yesterday? I thought I heard something. You say, excuse me, but nobody said anything, and I was driving. I was like, did he just fart again? Tell me I was just hearing things. JP is a savage for sure, but in a good way. Oh, yeah. By the way, I keep breaking wings. I'm worried about breaking this. These are getting harder to find. TEKNO doesn't, I guess they don't make this style anymore, so you can still find them, but they're getting fewer and fewer. I need to stock up on them. But I really like this design of the drop down. I think that these just look the best. I don't care so much for the new design. This is maybe. Just a little air escaping. How is it Austin Powers said it? Don't mind me. I can't remember how he did that. That was so funny. When she was like, did you pass wind before me? I did not realize it was your turn. Proline makes them. Proline makes these wings? That's badass if we could still get these from Proline. I don't care who makes them. I just like the look of it. Hold on, Texas. I saw your comment. All right, Texas says, what pipe? So this one here, and it's the R series. You know, it has to, well, at least the manifold is. But I think it all came as one kit. I think it's the 1204, but I don't want to tell you wrong. Oh, yep, I would have told you wrong. It's a 1213. 1212, sorry. 2112, damn it. All right, sorry, I can't talk very well. This is the 2112 Reds, Mr. Tune, whatever, yada yada. But yeah, 2112. And then the header, is that the medium or the short? It's got an M on it. So it's the medium header and the 2112. JP says, or JW's back. What's up? What are you poofing, JW? He turns the exhaust fan on for a reason. Nitro smells great. I knew you're gonna change that filter before the next run. Hey man, it was breathing just fine when I stopped. Yes, sir. I already have the next one in line. But thanks for making sure, brother. Looking out for a fellow Nitro bro. JP farts then kicks it. Yes, sir. I have the number. I will send it to you. Oh, sweet, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's badass because I love these wings. I think they call it the downforce or something. Now, performance-wise, I'm not a true racer. I don't know, nor could I really care two shits when it comes to the look. Maybe one day I'll experience something and be like, okay, that thing needs to be different. I don't know, but these are my favorite looking wing. Just for the eye candy. How did we use that one for a year? Oh, the air filter? Nah. No, that's a nasty caked up mess right there. I mean, this thing is nasty. So nasty, I don't even want to touch it. Then the little guide wire that holds it in place has come loose. Yeah, usually things don't break on this buggy, they just come loose. Oh my God. It's a little bit of darkness there, but there's no dirt or anything that got in. Like this here was the outside. Yeah, that thing is just nasty. I'm gonna go set it aside and wash my hands real quick. Yep. He never takes care of his vehicles, but they all run. I don't get it. He just he knows what he's doing with it. JP, I'll probably lose this in the comments or have to go back and watch it. If you don't mind, brother, send it to me in Messenger. I would really appreciate it. Hacker would call that filter brand new. As long as it's running, it's good. But no, as nasty as that filter was, man, that thing was still running strong at the end. I would have kept going if it wasn't for losing that shock, that spring retainer or whatever you call that part. I still don't know. And I didn't have the chuggy with me to steal one. That's the one thing nice about the two-stage filters is they don't get quite so muddy. I don't oil the outside filter. I know some people do, but I don't. Travis, I give Haggard a hard time. You just don't know. I sent it to you there as well. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. As I'm kicking the camera around. And that is his theory. As long as it runs, have fun. Yes. But then you also notice he gets out there a lot of times and, has trouble with his batteries or something not running right. He knows how to make his shit run for sure. Like for me, I want to do, the small maintenance and keep it where it needs to be so that I don't have those problems when I go out in the field. It's like he's always trying some old battery and it dies on him, or having some issue with whatever in the engine. You know, I try to make everything right before I go out. I don't like having issues when I get out there. Now, when the first day I was out at that track 2 Sundays ago, my receiver kept dying, or it died on me. So I don't know, it wasn't working properly. I swapped out the throttle servo to the Savix 2273 high voltage. So now both of these are 2273 high voltage servos. The thing runs like a beast. I love the Savix servos. The filter changed the tune on that engine. No, it didn't. It might have a little bit there towards the end, but like I didn't have to keep adjusting it throughout the day. You know, from the beginning I was working on the tune. I worked it on the box. When I put it on the track, I had it a hair lean. I backed it off a little bit and really didn't have any more trouble with it. And yeah, maybe it went out a hair, but that thing was still running strong at the end of the day for sure. But yes, I'm sure you're right off in the guy to where it did change the tune on it some. Probably a lot. But it was, I mean, it was running strong. Didn't act like it had any problems. Because like there at the end of the day, like I wasn't adjusting the tune trying to get my power. He set the world record for pull start pulls, no less than 100 pulls per vehicle. Oh shit. Now Haggard's a good dude, and you know he makes some good points. But like he always says, he just can't be bothered with some of that simple stuff. And like me, I don't like getting out in the field because I'm limited on time a lot of times. And especially now, I got to drive an hour just to get to that track. Like I want my shit to run pristine or whatever, you know, top notch when I get there. So, you know, even if the filter was only half dirty and didn't necessarily need it, I would do it. That's just the way that I am about it. Man, I know some people, they won't even bother cleaning it. They'll just throw it away and get a new one. That's what you call the rich guys. But not me. I'm gonna clean that filter and get as many uses out of it as possible. I never did understand why people would just throw that shit away and get a new one. He does it for you and what not to do. Oh, yes. Seriously, I'm joking a lot. Never blew one up and I run them as hard as I can. You know, I'll be honest, I have blown up 2 connecting rods in the Savages, the F series. I'm gonna call that noob operator error. Didn't understand the whole concept of when it's new and fresh, all that pressure is gonna weaken the rod. And yeah, guilty of not heating it up, pulling on the cord, and you know, basically forcing it when I shouldn't have been. So guilty. But yes, operator error. Since I've actually learned though, you know, knock on wood, it's probably going to happen now, but I haven't blown one up since. And really, it's just been those 2. Off the same engine, same truck, my first Savage. And then that's when I went and got my first LRP. And I didn't blow it up, but I cracked the block. I mean, I've damaged a few engines, but actually blowing them up, I've only done those 2. But I'm learning. And I know how to better break an engine in now. Proper methods. taught me a lot and actually got me back into the hobby. Haggard, bashing him at all, because I've told myself. Yeah, he's got some good videos. I like watching Haggard stuff. This little retainer is going to shit. There we go. Let's see here. Just watching you work on this makes me want to take my Kyosho outside and wake the neighbors up. I feel you, bro. Makes me want to do it too, but I know I can't. Yeah, I'm not. Some people do it in their apartment complexes. Like, I'm not gonna do that. To me, that'd be rude and disrespectful. Like, not so much out in the parking lot, I'm talking like inside. I've seen some people do that. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Not only that, you kill yourself. Never missed a video. I've been watching for 5 years now. He has another channel too. Hey, you put way more effort into it than I do, often. No, like I watch a little bit of everything. There's not a whole lot of channels that I've gone through and just watched everything. Like I get bored with shit and I gotta take a break, go do something else, and then come back to it later. But often puts in the time, for sure. Fired up. Can't they're good people? And I live in a farm complex, like I said. You know, and outside's fine. Maybe not when it's late. But like I said, man, don't do that shit inside. I've seen that a couple times. I couldn't believe it. Fired up. No. No, I like breathing, oxygen, clean air. So definitely not going to do that. Yeah, I gotta look see what kind of shims I got. I don't know if I have anything that'll fit this. So they're thinking, trying to figure out whether or not I got a .21 sitting around that may have a shim that would fit this. But I need to order some shims because to run 30%, I need to put another shim in it. Because even like you guys were talking about earlier, Rex or RB Mods, he did a review on this engine, and he said if you're going to run 30%, you need to put a third shim in it. And often a guy says it. I want to hear some funny shit, true story. Yes, sir. Let it rip. That's why I put the exhaust fan. Yeah, but I can't put an exhaust fan in here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I got neighbors with kids upstairs, and they let them stomp around a lot. So trust me, I would love to fire it up and just annoy the piss out of them, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be nice. Now here at some point, I'm gonna find me a parking lot or a little spot to go run after work, so we can fire it up on these lives. But for right now, just get ready for the track. Man, I bet one more adventure on the track and these tires are gonna be bald. So at what point do you add another shim converting over to the 30%? I didn't know that. So often guys probably got more information on it than I do. And in like a Pico, it'll even tell you in there if you're gonna run 30%, add a shim. I'm sure there's a chart somewhere, somebody, somehow, something is gonna tell you what your depth needs to be. So like you can measure, your button and then down into where your piston is when it's at the top, and you can get that actual depth in between your head and your piston. And they say if run 30%, you need a certain depth. Depends on the engine. I didn't know it either until I don't know, about 6 months ago. But it made sense as to why I basically tore up my old LRP. So 3 shims instead of 2. And again, it depends on which engine it is. Some high dollar racing engines are already ready for it. Like you need to look up each specific engine. So I started looking up that Alpha, and it took me into RB Mods. I think that's what it's called. It's Rex or is RW Mods, whatever that channel is. The guy that passed away. I didn't finish the video yet, but he was talking about the actual Dragon 4. So I got to see what he says on it, but they're all a little different. But he does say on this R5R, it comes with 2 shims, and you need to put another one. And he even says what size. I don't know if it was a 0.1 or a 0.2 or something. Just email Let's and ask him. Yeah, he could tell you too, because he knows those alphas, and those alphas are set up for racing, and more than likely it's already ready for 30%. I'm not 100% sure. Todd explains it too. Yep. Shims are different thickness, so be careful. Yeah, you got to know what shim you got and what your thickness is, and then what your overall depth inside there is. That's why I haven't switched over to 30%, because I want to make sure I do it right. I don't have the shims, and I need to do the research and take the time, and I just haven't done it yet. So be sure and do the research and take the time. Check manufacturer specs first, and I'll help you with it. Yeah, totally. Often guy, he understands a lot of that shit better than I do, so you can always ask him. He'll hook you up straight. And not everybody does it, but I learned the hard way, man. I pinged the shit out of a couple of engines trying to run 30%, and they don't tune very well. So what it is, it's a bigger explosion, you need a little bit more depth. So if your depth is too close, too tight, you don't get the proper explosion, and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. But yes, definitely check the manufacturer. And I don't know if anything on their website says it for the Reds, but Rex does explain it. I need to just order some red shims. Rinks is in the house. We're going, we don't need no shims. Yeah, electric engines don't usually need shims. But no, seriously though, if you're going to switch over to 30%, you should make sure what the manufacturer recommends. I know I've seen it in the Pico, in their specs. They tell you to. I just haven't looked up the others. A lot of good information out there, but shit for brains, like one guy tried to help him. His stupidity was greater than I thought. Yeah, some people are just hard-headed. But not only is often a guy saying it, but like I said, Rex says it. Todd says it, you know. There, you know, people that understand it and have researched it will tell you that, you know, you got to have proper shimming for it. These guys for them, I dodged a bullet on that one. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, that Alpha, it's already set up for racing. It might be set up for 30%. I don't know. So, but yeah, I don't know what kind of information Ryan Lutz has on it. You know, if he acts like it's something that he's never heard of, which I doubt that being a racer, I would check the manufacturer's specs for sure. You know what? I got you on Messenger too. I can send you, excuse me, the video where he does the Dragon 4. He specifically was doing the Dragon 4, and damn it, was talking about the shimming. So yeah, but some people believe in it and some people don't. Get on there. What the hell is holding that thing up? Texas Hill Country, what's up? Without proper shimming, your engine will detonate as well. Yes, sir. Thank you for your input, brother. For sure. How's it going, bro? What is the distributor for the Alpha? Yes, please send me that video. Yep, will do. It's common sense in this manner. More oil is harder to compress. 30% is as well. Yep, needs a little bit more room. The new air filter. Well, it's the same air filter as what I had on there. But no, it's not holding it up. Hey, bud, going great, man. Thanks. Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining in. Don't forget that like button, sir. I know we're a bunch of old people. We need reminders. Don't stop the piston from going up. Are you saying in other word? Don't stop the piston from going upwards. What are you saying? Giving me an aneurysm. Right, in other words, don't stop the piston from going upwards. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's too small of an area for the amount of explosion that the 30% produces. Look at it that way. You know, more explosion means a little bit more room. But yeah, so it'd be a good live to do, checking that out. I don't know if I have any shims for it. I could, you know, that's probably what I should do is steal them off the other reds. So I do have the shim. I just got to take it off the other engine. Because I don't remember if it was like two of the same shims and you just needed a third one, or if it had two different shims and you need one of them specifically. I don't remember what he said. I'll have to rewatch the video, but I'll definitely send it to you, Traxxas. Or Travis, not Traxxas. Sorry about that. All right, let me get me a drink real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, tomorrow night I was going to tear this engine down anyways. Take a look at it. I've been driving the piss out of it. I've probably put 4 or 5 gallons on it since the last time I actually tore it down. So we'll see what kind of shape it's in, what it looks like, what kind of life it has, and see what we got for shims on it. And then we'll steal one from the other Red's engine and then run some 30%. And then later on we'll check it again and make sure it doesn't have any of that early detonation. I'm saying it won't run, but it can hold an engine back from its full potential. Yes. So are you running 20% now? Yes. Yeah, and I had some 25%. I still have like probably a quarter gallon of that left. So I was running 20. This weekend, I just jumped it up to 25%. Adjusted the tune a little bit on it. It's screaming like a bat out of hell. But yes, I want to start running 30. And out there at that track, you know, if I go out there and want to buy a jug, that's all he carries is 30%. So might as well join the club, right? Yeah, years ago I tried running 30, didn't know anything about the shims, actually tore up an engine. So 30 is that good stuff. 30% is that good stuff. Yes, it is that good stuff. We're talking thousands, not a quarter of an inch. 30% runs cooler than less percentage does, and cleaner as well. Right. I didn't say quarter. Excuse me, I didn't say quarter inch, did I? Because yeah, you're only going to put like a .01 shim in it. What kind of fuel can you get in your area? VP. So there's a hobby store that's fairly close to me. And the only thing that they have is the Basher, 20%, 14% oil. And that's what I got to break in that Alpha, just because it's got more oil in it. But I'm not going to like run it. You know, as soon as that gallon's done, I'm going back to either, you know, running a 20%, 9% oil, or I'm going to make sure it's got the proper shimming and run 30%. Yeah, that VP Rhinela's 30%. And I think it's what, 8% oil? It's a lot less oil so that they can get, you know, max performance out of it. So you got to be careful with that. You don't want to run. It is good fuel. You just don't want to run it too lean because it's less oil and it will burn it up faster. So you didn't, bro. I was talking in general. Oh, okay. I didn't think I did. The purple stuff is what I'm using now. The purple is 20%, 14%. Yeah, 9% oil. Okay. Well, and I've never used that Ryan Lutz blend, so it may be purple. But I noticed, like when I run the 20%, it's blue. 25% is clear, and if you get the 20%, 14% oil, it's purple because it looks like they add that red clots oil to it. But yeah, I was running 20%, 9% oil. It's pink. What with the 9%? You talking about the 30%, 9%? Some people change fuels to the engine, not engine to the fuel. Yes. On the 30%. Yeah, I've never ran that. I seen it at the hobby store. It was actually cheaper than the 20%. I was like, what the hell? VP 30%. 8 is clear and blue, 2 different blends. Yeah, I know on the 20%, 9% oil, it's blue. 20%, 14% is purple. And then I have never looked at the 30%. But yeah, you're saying 30%, 8% is clear and blue? Then that 25% is clear. It smells just like a freaking perm. I hate opening that shit up, man. It is nasty. But the rest of it smells great. I don't know what they do to that 25%, but it stinks. No, 8 by accident. What do you mean 8 by accident? Typo. Oh, it's supposed to be a 9? Bones Motorsport sells VP for the cheap. Hey, send me that link in Messenger, bro. Because you said that a while back and then I couldn't remember it. But if you put it in Messenger, I can go look. So if you would send that to me, I would appreciate it. Homebrew will make you drunk. Yes, 30%, 9%. Yeah, and that's the Ryan Lutz blend, right? The race blend. Is that what you're talking about? That hobby store where I was at up there in Omaha, carried that, and I almost got it, but right before that is when Offen had mentioned about changing the shims, and I was like, I don't want to mess with that at the moment, so I didn't get it. And just so you know, Offen guy, homebrew does not mean taking another company's 25 and or 30 and 20 and making 25. That's called mixing. Homebrew is where you get all the individual ingredients and mix it all yourself. Use a race blend, not Ryan Lutz, it's clear. Oh, okay. So I think there's two different ones. Then you can get the 30 and 9, and I think the Ryan Lutz is like 30% 8 or 30% 7. It was pretty low. I don't remember exactly. My guys use Flashpoint 30%. Yeah, Flashpoint's really good. I know their engines are great. I looked into one, almost got it a while back, but they're pricey. But yeah, the fuel's really good too. Or some use TNR. Yeah, my local hobby store at home in Kansas City, they had that shit on the shelf for $35 a gallon. This was last summer. And I almost grabbed it, but I already had a bunch of VP and I didn't want to start changing it up. But yeah. And I've heard nothing but good things about TNR. Ryan wants us 30% 9 and it's light pink. Okay, so it's the same percentage then. Yeah, I've only seen it like once or twice. I couldn't remember, but hell yeah. And I think that's what they have out here at that racetrack, because they said something about the Ryan Lutz race race blend. Something linked to you, Mr. Sweet, appreciate you, man. That's freaking awesome, brother. Should I've been doing all wrong? I thought if I added 30 and 20, I'd get 50. I mean, it makes sense. Like, I didn't know. But that's called mixing. Real homebrew is like making it yourself. All the individual ingredients, not 2 different bottles from a company that's already made it all. Big boys. And I'm still waiting for my friggin' parcel. You're gonna be waiting a while, my friend. Yeah, other than tinkering with the engine and just tearing it down, this thing's pretty much ready to hit the track again. I could clean it up or, take it in there as it looks like a beat up piece of shit sleeper. Bones has it much cheaper than A-Main. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, just anywhere around here to pick that up is like $50 a gallon. I'm like, oh my God. There's a couple of hobby stores that I've been in, and both of them have it priced at $50 a gallon. But man, these are almost brand new and like they're wore way down. You don't get many runs out of these tires on that track. But they were handling pretty good, man. I was liking them. They only sell VP, formerly Bones Brew. You know what percentages? I got some 50% use it for drag racing. Nice. If I get 50, when I added 30 and 20 and divided it by 2, we get 25%. You got it now. Yeah, man, you're diluting that shit, man. Damn it, there I go kicking the camera again. I mean, it only makes sense, right? They sell all percentages. Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into them because, man, if I can get it cheaper than $50 a gallon, that's definitely the way to go. Oh, shit. Yeah, one of the guys at that track was running one of those OS, I think it says box on the top or block or something like that. And I was like, man, those are nice engines. And he's like, yeah, I'll sell you one. I'm like, what? So I'm going to check, see what kind of compression and pinch that it has in it. He only wanted 125 for it. I'm like, man, something's got to be wrong with it. So we'll find out here in the next week or two. He seemed like a pretty legit guy. Hopefully he's not trying to scam me. Yeah, my theory on it is have multiple engines ready to go and a couple of platforms to put them in. You know, you get too many platforms with a bunch of different engines and it's just too much work. If you have a few platforms and a bunch of engines to swap out, to me that's an easier route to go. Hey guys, gotta go. Have a good night. All right, appreciate you, brother. I'm about to get off here anyways. We're hitting that 3-hour mark. So, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button. Consider becoming channel members. Appreciate it. Often guys clowning, of course. Yep. Peace out, Jay. Everybody, you have yourselves a good night. Ooh, we're up to 27 likes. Anybody hasn't hit it yet, please do so. Appreciate it. Makes me feel like you guys enjoy what I do. So thank y'all very much. It was awesome hanging out. We will be back tomorrow. Ooh, he says 12 quarts for 153. 12 quarts was at 3 gallons for 153. So that seems about the same as picking it up locally. Not bad. Oh yeah. But all right, everybody, have yourselves a good night. Appreciate you. See y'all tomorrow night. Ooh, we're up to 29. Hell yeah. Joy high. Awesome content. Hey, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Texas, good night. Thank you for the live. Not a problem. Thanks for being here. We're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Same time, same place. Thank y'all very much. Have a good night. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. One more like gets us to 30, so don't forget to hit it. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a good night. Much love and peace.